Hello and welcome to the second part of my Wii review for Wii Play. If you haven't seen the first part yet, then it's crazy to watch the second part first. What are you doing here? Go and watch the first part first, and then you are more than welcome to watch this second part. If you've already seen the first part, then congratulations to you, you're in the right place. Crack open some champagne to celebrate. The next minigame is fishing, where you have to hold the rod into the water and catch fish. Very much like real-life fishing, although the big difference here is that all the fish seem to be cardboard cutouts. It's quite a cute little game, if you excuse me using the word cute to describe fish. And you just leave the Wii remote where it is kind of thing, wait for a fish to tug on it, and then you pull it back very quickly to get the fish. It's quite a straightforward game. There's a couple of fish in there that you don't want to catch, called small fry, because they get rid of points. The bigger fish, the more points, etc, etc, and certain fish have a bonus attached to them. The controls on this are very nice. It's quite easy to play. It can be quite addictive actually, and quite therapeutically relaxing for a sort of cardboard fishing type adventure. So I quite like this one. It's good fun. Again, it's not one, it hasn't got much depth to it. It's not one you can keep revisiting, but it's quite fun to go into for 5 minutes every now and then and see if you can catch some more funky fish. The next minigame is Charge, also known as cow racing. You're in a knitted field on a knitted cow, and you're racing to get scarecrows, and you can jump over little hurdles as well. It's a really, really silly but fun game. It's no Mario Kart. The controls are very different to Mario Kart. You basically have the remote and you twist it forwards to go faster. You twist it upwards to the left to go left, upwards to the right to go right. The only trouble is that I find myself sort of twisting the remote round and round too much when you want to accelerate, because basically you have to sort of twist it forwards to accelerate. If you go too far, the Wii console thinks that the remote's back to where it was again, if you know what I mean, so you have to twist it around again. So you do find yourself accelerating, then if you twist it too far, it just stops. So you have to find the right place in it, but it can get very hard, and you can end up being sort of in a twisty motion with the Wii remote. You can end up going everywhere, and you don't really know where you're going or what you're doing. But it's good fun. It is a really silly game. You also move the Wii remote upwards very quickly to jump over a hurdle. It's very fun. My mum loves this game, although quite often she ends up just in a fence, but then she ends up in fits of hysteria because she finds it really funny that she can't move anywhere. So yeah, it's a good fun game. It's, again, not one you can keep revisiting. It's a bit frustrating if you get used to, say, like the Mario Kart controls, because you kind of expect it to work a bit like that when you're sort of moving it left and right. It's just the acceleration doesn't work very well because you have to twist the Wii remote forwards. If they'd just done it like Mario Kart, you press a button to accelerate, this could have worked quite well, I think. The final minigame on Wii Play is Tanks, and in my opinion, this is by far the best one on Wii Play. The other minigames are very good, but if Wii Play had just been Tanks on its own, I would have been more than happy. This is an excellent game. You use the nunchuck in this one. You use the nunchuck to control the direction of the tank. You press B to fire a shot out of your cannon, and you press A to lay a mine. And coincidentally, wherever you're pointing the Wii remote, you get this little sort of dotted line coming out of it. That's the direction in which your cannon is facing. It's an amazing game. The controls are brilliant. It's such a silly little game, but it goes on for hours and hours if you want. It is so addictive. You'll keep playing it. You'll keep dying and then going, oh, I want to play it all again, and you'll rush through the first levels and get to some hard ones and probably die again and then go, oh, I want to play it all again. It's great. It's particularly good on 2-player because you can really help each other here, and it's more cooperative on 2-player. You can kill each other, but it's better to keep each other alive and help each other through the levels, because otherwise they're over quite quickly. It's an excellent game. I've got through quite a lot of the stages, but apparently on 1-player, if you get through, I don't know, like 50 of them or something, then another 50 unlock or something like that. I might be wrong here, but there are lots on there. I certainly haven't got that far. But it's really good, really enjoyable, and it's incredibly addictive. It's mad. It's just a little tiny, silly little Tanks game, but it's great. It's a fantastic game. It really is. It reminds you of really old school gaming, where it's just the gameplay. It's just fantastic. So yeah, can't praise this game enough. Really, really good. So there you go, that's my review of Wii Play. On the positive side, there are lots of little mini games to keep you interested, keep you coming back for more. It's really good to show people how the Wii works, and especially people who have perhaps never played a computer game, certainly not a computer game with a wireless Wii remote type thing. It's a really good way of showing them how it all works. Because I think, for instance, with Wii Sports, if you sort of jump someone straight into Wii Sports who's never played this kind of thing before, it can be quite difficult to understand. This, I think, almost should have come with the Wii as well, because it really does show you a lot of the more basic things that you can do with the Wii remote. So it's really, really good. Tanks is by far the best thing on here. It's one of those things that when you've had Wii Play for a while, you probably don't play many of the mini games after a while, but Tanks is one you will keep coming back to because it's really good. It's good that you can do it 2-player. It's good that there's a 1-player option as well. On the negative side, some of the mini games I find very hard to control. For example, billiards and table tennis, I find them very hard to control. And some of the other good ones like the shooting range are over too quickly. So that's my negative and positive points. It's difficult to review it as a game because it is supposed to be 9 demos in a way, but I am reviewing it as a game, so there you go. But overall, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. And what really notches it up onto the higher 7 scale there is Tanks. I think without that it would be a lot lower on my rating. But because of Tanks and because of the addictive nature of it and how well the controls work and how quickly you can pick it up actually, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 for the whole Wii Play experience. So if you're going to get it with a Wii Remote, definitely get it. If you're going to go on eBay and try and bid for it on its own, and if it's going up to a silly price, do not do it. I know a lot of people have done that just to get it and they think, oh, it's a bit silly. Because the game, I wouldn't say, is worth that much money on its own, but it's really good if you get it free with a Wii Remote. There you go. The next game I will be reviewing is Wii Sports Resort. I cannot wait for this. I have pre-ordered it, and when it arrives, I will be playing it for a while, so don't expect to review the day it comes out, because I want to give it a good play first. Because I don't think you can really review a game if you've just sort of started it straight away, in my opinion. I think you have to have played it for a few days. So be patient with me. I will get round to doing it. I can't wait. Hopefully it's this new revolutionary game that everyone's talking about, and it will completely change the way you see the Wii. Who knows? Find out. Anyway, please subscribe to my podcasts if you want. But what I meant to say is please subscribe to my YouTube channel, as usual, because there will be more games coming up. Sorry if I'm not doing them as quickly as some of you may hope, but I am just an individual person. It's just me. I'm not a company or anything like that. So in order for me to review games, I have to buy them myself. That can get rather expensive. And there is a credit crunch on, and everything's exploding and destroying around us. So, hey, sometimes it gets a bit expensive to buy these games. Farewell for now. Thank you for watching and listening, and see you on my next review. Bye-bye!